Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Steam Prison. Woo! Are you excited? I'm excited, and we're trying to head down Elkcreed's route. We are kind of in the bodyguard route at the moment. We haven't quite hit the point where we would split off into Elkcreed's route, so we're just going to keep going, try to make all the choices based on the guide that are good for Elkcreed. So anyway, from now on, I'll be Elkcreed's guard. Even after all the changes in my life, I'd be able to work as a protector again. I need to learn to be a more flexible thinker and work hard. We can sort out salary matters later. Is there anything you'd like to say? Yes, one thing. My blade protects and defends. I'm not inclined towards attacking someone out of the blue. Does that change your opinion? No. I trust you to be more familiar with swords than I am. I'll leave tactical decisions to you. Very well. Then, I, Spacey Tistella, swear to serve you with my sword and life. I will protect you from all disasters until the final hour. My master. My guard. Is he blushing? I love it! He's like shocked and blushing like, oh, he's so turned on by us right now. Just call me Elkcreed. You can talk to me like you did before. I see. I will accept that offer, I think. However, in light of my employment, I think it'd be remiss if I didn't speak more formally to you. I see. Not me. You can learn much from her, Ulrich. Like hell. God, this is just getting worse and worse. Whatever, I guess. Perry, you can sort out your issues without me. On to other negotiations, then. Cough up my payment. A please wouldn't kill you. You'd do well to take a page from her book. She's from the Heights, so the page would likely be toxic to me and I'd drop dead on the spot. Really? Interesting. Their literature is poisonous? We need to test this hypothesis. No, we don't. Ugh, I'm leaving. Hold on, Ulrich. What? Thank you did a lot for me. Change your attitude. Change your attitude as a negative for him. You did a lot for me. Thank you is a plus for him. But we're trying not to get any positives for him. I don't know, again, I probably have said, I don't know in this part, positives for him would probably kind of, at this point, if we even got all his positives, we'd probably still end up down Elkcreed's route. But I don't know what it does for, I think it's actually fine. Because the saves happen later when you're actually in Elkcreed's route, so I don't think it matters here what we do, except for to define whose path we're going down, so. But I'm still going to do, like I said, just the neutral ones. So for this one, they're all just Ulrich, so. You did a lot for me along the way. Sure did, and it was exhausting. But the dough is pretty sweet, so no worries. I'm a pretty expensive man. Don't expect me to rescue you again or something, got it? Nice show you're putting on. It's not a show. So you say, but you want to be around her, don't you? Kiss my ass. Like hell I do. Ulrich snorted and marched out of the mansion. Sorry, I think I upset him. Oh no, I don't mind. He's always like that. Really? Yes. I wonder if it's a calcium deficiency. He's drinking his milk as far as I know, but the calcium content must be evaporating right after he drinks it. On subjects other than Ulrich, let me show you to your room. Room? Yes, if you're going to live here, you need a room, right? The room next to mine is empty. Let me give you a tour. The room next to mine is empty. I mean, I do have to protect you, and that makes it easy access for me. I mean, what? No, Very well. Please lead the way. I love this. This is what I wanted in Nightshade. I wanted us to be like, but I want to stay and defend Tokugawa and then have that weird, like, but I'm supposed to be your servant, but I love you. I wanted that, and this is what I'm getting right here on this route, and I fucking love it. Here, this will be your room. It was decorated in soft hues. All the furniture was very feminine. There was even a dressing table, something I'd never used. This is the room for his wife! That he doesn't have. It looks wonderful. Do you like it? Of course, it's too much for me. I'll need to work hard. What is it? Of course is the right answer. Yeah! Woohoo! We're getting him up. I mean, affection up. I mean, wow. Of course. Thank you very much, Elcreed. That's good. I worked hard. Worked hard? Yes. You stole my heart the moment we met. What a criminal you are, my knight. Once I came up with the bodyguard position, I prepared this room. In your image, I might add. Elcreed. If Ulrich was listening, he would tell me I'm being creepy. But I can't help it. It's the truth. I fucking love it. Every single, I saw you when you stole my heart and I made this room, and now you'll be mine, my knight. You are fucking weird. And I love you. Merely being able to welcome you into my house makes me immensely happy. Thank you very much. Elcreed smiled and opened the closet. I'll arrange a sword by tomorrow. Your clothes are here. Would you try them on? Elcreed handed me folded cloth. I spread it out. This is... charming, don't you think? Charming? Yes. Well, I never even touched something with such a short skirt before. Of course, I had seen women wearing skirts in the Heights and in the Sanctuary District, but never above the knee. I'm vehemently opposed to this. I just want to point out, it's so funny because in the guide when you're doing it, it's like when you do the bodyguard route, the guide, it shows a little picture of her in her uniform, and it's like, congrats, Cyrus got a job, or Spacey got a job, in return for wearing an outfit she's not comfortable with. But I guess it's better than starving, and she gets a sword at least. So then, and when you do the prison route, it's like, hey, look, she got a cool outfit, and, it's not the mini skirt, and I'm whatever, but, and you go down Yune's route, and it's like, yay, she gets pants and a sword, because she has to wear, this fucking mini skirt, and she's like, the fuck is this? So, the guide's pretty funny with, oh, yay, she gets to wear this, but it's Elcreed, and he's slightly creepy, but I fucking love him, so. Do I absolutely need to wear this? Yes. A guard is the crown's jewel. It would not do to have a shabbily clad guard next to such a refined person as I am. Is something wrong? Yes, I dislike wearing skirts. The flutter affects my balance, and if the wind flips the skirt, it can get caught up in my sword. I see. That makes sense. Apologies. Elcreed made a slight bow, then put his hands on my hips. What? I froze in shock as he slid his fingers into the waistband of my pants and began to pull up my shirt. What the fuck is he doing? I'm not opposed to this. I'm okay with this. What are you doing? I pushed him back and took 2 steps back. I was taking your clothes off for you. Take off my clothes? Yes, you said you dislike wearing skirts, which means you don't know the correct way to wear them. I was changing your clothes for you. I can change alone. Besides, I know how to wear skirts. I just don't like them. I grabbed the clothes out of Elcreed's hands. I don't want to wear these clothes, but he's my employer now. It would be inexcusable to refuse an order on the very first day of duty. I'd rather do it myself than have him help me. I don't know, I'd rather have him help me, but also I can understand where she's coming from. She's not as enraptured with him as I am. And if you were anyone that your employer started doing this, you'd be like, the fuck? But I find this amusing as shit. I'm going to change now. Would you please leave the room? Oh no, don't worry. Please think of me as the wind in the clouds. I can't, and I worry. If you won't step outside, at least turn around. I will if you want, but is that really where you want me to be facing? I love him so much. And there's a mirror here. I can still see you. Over there, then! Wait on the bed! Waiting on the bed? That really stimulates the imagination, doesn't it? Imagination? What's he talking about? Oh, girl. Still confused, I turned around and checked that Elcreed couldn't see me. Then I began to change. He's like, are you sure you want me to... At least he's decent enough to point out that there's a mirror he can watch you in. But I just love how she's like, what is he talking about on the bed? What imagination? Girl, your mom did not teach you shit for being 18 and about to get married. Fuck. Your mom failed you. Don't rush it. Slowly. You have to savor it. Savor! And don't look! I know. I won't look. Not looking has its own appeal. The sounds that reach my ear. It generates a most pleasing mental picture. There's no appeal. At least not for me. I love what a fucking whore he is. I quickly changed my clothes, hoping I'd soon forget about the discomfort of the skirt. I sighed and told him I was done. Very nice. Yes, it looks very nice on you. Really, feels odd to have nothing enclosing my thighs. And that suits me very well. And the clothes seem to be a good fit, too. Yes, it's odd. The clothes are very close cut, and yet they fit perfectly. I did my research. What? Oh, not personally. Ulrich did. He hated it. He observed you and made his best guesses to your measurements. Impressive that he can do it by eye. And no doubt a degenerate hides beneath that quiet exterior. Quiet exterior, huh? Well, whether it's the room or the clothes, you spared no expenses. No. I'll do anything to get what I desire. Isn't that natural? Elcrete approached me, took a strand of my hair, and kissed it. Okay, that's a little awkward. I love him because he's basically like, I want you to be my bodyguard and then you'll fall in love with me and I will marry you. Like, he's so conniving, but I love it. As an older man, I must provide, do I not? You know my age? Oh, no. But I only need to look at you to know that you must be 20... No, 18. Yes, I am. From your attitude towards Ulrich, I surmise that you're the same age as he is. Bingo! I'm glad I got that right. How old are you, Elcrete? Well, how old do you think I am? Don't look so worried about the question. I'm a stately 25. I mean, it's like a 7-year age difference, but 25? Can you already rule a district at that age? Yes, it became mine 2 years ago. So you were only 23? Is that really possible? Of course. I made it happen because it is possible. Wow, I could not read that for some reason. I have it because it's possible. You see, Spacey, I always get what I want in the end. Power, prestige, and you. I mean, he's not wrong. He's absolutely not wrong there. Okay, so like, Sashin is a creepy fucking asshole who will probably like beat the fuck out of you and rape you, and you're like, get the fuck out of here. He's creepy in the way of like, I always get what I want, and that's gonna be you. And you're like, okay, you know what? No, I'm okay with that. It's because I love him. If he were like any other character, I might be like, you shady son of a bitch. But look, I've learned to love these creepy fucking weirdos, okay? And he just happens to be the glasses character, and look, if Tomo was a glasses character and threw me in a cage, I might have taken it. I don't know. I don't think I had cemented my love for the glasses characters playing Amnesia, so that was a toss-up, but look, the fucking stabby ones, the fucking weird ones, the fucking glasses characters, and the goddamn fucking asshole/robots. If they are an asshole to me and slam me up against a wall, take me now. If you're wearing glasses, yes. If you're a robot and you don't know how to human, hello, yeah. You're fucking a little weird. Mm-hmm. And he just happens to be the glasses-wearing fucking weirdo. He's also a little bit of a whore, but that's okay. Normally you're like, those characters are sometimes fun, the flirty ones, you know, not always my favorite, but you wrap it up with the glasses-wearing weirdo. I'll take it! I dig it! I don't know. Again, slap glasses on it, and I'm just, whatever. Unless they're drawn badly, then it's like, well, I mean, he's got glasses, but he's not the hot. I mean, he was just the hottest character in all this, so, I mean, just, look, just, Spacey wants what Spacey wants, and Spacey wants this man, so we're gonna have fun with this. Does that make your pulse throb? I mean, sure, I guess. Throb? I don't really understand. I love the fact that he's like, do I turn you on? And she's like, do you what? She's like totally asexual right now, huh? Like, she's just fucking no clue. That's a shame. I'll take my leave now. I'll come to rouse you in the morning. Sleep well. But I can wake up on my own. I don't mind doing it. I like doing it. Sweet dreams, my knight. And I love the fact that he's not like my princess, where everyone in every other game would be calling you their princess and whatever, and he's like, my knight, and he's your princess. And I fucking kind of dig it. I like the swap. I really do. Good night? Night, huh? I sighed and looked at myself in the mirror. I don't like dresses, and yet this... I didn't feel quite like myself in my new clothes. They were very unfamiliar. Hoping I'd eventually get used to them, I began to undress. He's probably got a fucking peephole. Today was very eventful. You know, I say that he's probably got a peephole, but at the same time, Elcrete is like, no, it's worth the wait. The pursuit is part of the fun for him. Ulrich had led me into the depths, or rather, Libralitas? Is that what we're calling it? Whatever it is. Fucking Galinda. We're back with like Galinda, whatever his name is. Elcrete had hired me to protect him with my sword skills. If he needs a bodyguard, he must be at risk. I guess being the head of a bank is a dangerous position. His personality was probably the bigger problem. I thought Ulrich was temperamental, but Elcrete's level of eccentricity was almost unbelievable, but I love the crazy eccentric ones. But I have to get used to that too. He's my employer. Hopefully I can take his jokes in stride like Ulrich does. He's not really taking them in stride though, is he? Still, for now I'll work as a bodyguard here in the depths. Suspecting that the next day would present me with fresh surprises, I vowed to persevere. Oh, Elcrete Valentine's perspective. Interesting! Oh, I like this. I didn't know they did this in the game. We get little views on them. I wonder if, like, in different routes you get different ones. I'd let Spacey to her room and left her there. And now that I've promised to wake her up, I can't sleep in too late. So no evening drink. Wait, perhaps it would be better to have one. I was afraid that without a little bit of alcohol I wouldn't be able to sleep. My delight at welcoming her into my house was that pervasive. A detached part of me, however, observed the situation with rational objectivity. Expecting too much is dangerous. Disappointment from high hopes hurts all the more. Still, I couldn't help but have lofty expectations. Why are you grinning like that, you creep? Oh, Ulrich, you didn't go home. Yeah, I'm a bit hungry. Give me candy. I don't have candy. You can have pasta. No way! Your pasta is ridiculously fancy. It'll take you ages to make. I'd starve before it was done. Don't worry. If you die, I'll put a gravestone next to the sofa saying, Here lies Ulrich. Let me make... Here lies Ulrich. Let me make you pasta, alright? I'll never be able to say no to this, huh? Fine. Make something that won't take ages, okay? Come on, hurry up! Convince the spaghetti to hurry, not me. It's the one who'll decide if it wants to be al dente or not. And the spaghetti will decide... Insane shit. You're giving up before you've even tried. Talk to it with pure intentions and I'm sure it'll comply to your request. No, it won't! Besides, who wants talking spaghetti? Not me. That's creepy. Ugh, healing just makes my stomach feel even more empty. Get the pasta cooking, man. Yes. Sprawl yourself out over there and wait. I went into the kitchen to prepare the pasta. Of course, I have plenty of staff, which would come running immediately to make me food. But spaghetti I made myself. I liked the work I had to do to make it, and since it was the only food that I made myself, I used every opportunity. It's neither too hard nor too simple, and it requires just enough time to let me think. I forgot to ask, you didn't attack her, huh? Attack? Yeah, you were in her room, right? Surprised you didn't put the moves on her. How insulting. I'm not that desperate. Really? You seem to like her. I'm pretty sure you like her. Yes, I do, but not as a woman. There are plenty of women as pretty as she is. No, really. My feelings are more sacred. Sacred? Oh no, the night thing? Yes, it was incredible. Her oath, her piercing glare. When I close my eyes, she appears in my mind as clear as ever. Open your eyes when you're cooking. You heard it too, didn't you? Nope. But you did. Ha! She was so gallant. I was about to clap. Clap? You should have. That would have made it more bearable for me. It was embarrassing. Embarrassing! It was so dramatic. She swore an oath to me. To me! And what a beautiful oath it was. The water is boiling over. Be careful. Pardon me. Her oath was incredible. Hey, Ulrich, try swearing the same oath. No way! Yes way. No, I won't. I don't remember what she said anyway. Very well, I can tell you that. I, Ulrich Thery, swear to serve you with my sword and life. I'll protect you from all disasters until the final hour. Thank me later. I told you, I'm not saying it. And don't pre-insert my name. Do you do anything but grumble and complain? Here's your food. You're the one who never shuts up. Thanks for the food. Want to eat too? No, I'll drink alcohol. All right. Swords are the embodiment of anachronism here. Aren't you curious how she'll manage? Not really. I don't care. Oh, you cold little man. You're being at least 50% more grumpy than usual today. I'm not grumpy. I'm just being normal. You're not. Oh, I know. Maybe you're... No. Jealous? No. Besides, of whom and because of what? Jealous of her. Because she has my attention. Oh my god, it's a little game of romance that we're stepping in between. Ulrich's like, stop! Just wanted you to be like my dad. Ugh. Kind of excessive ego is honestly respectable. Thank you very much. And have no fear. You're also very important to me, and I want you to know that I love you. No thanks. I'm not afraid. Saying that you love me is disgusting. I don't like her because she's from the Heights. And the reason I'm in a bad mood is because someone from the Heights is in this house. How can you be so comfortable around her? Tuck her away in some cupboard, if you ask me. Also, hiring her to protect you with a sword is just idiotic, if you ask me. You can afford whoever you want. Hire some people with guns. Come on, be nice to her. She's so special. No way. I'd rather die than be nice to her. I see. I will put the gravestone next to the sofa. I'm not dying now. Ulrich was a fun companion. He complained and groaned more than anyone, but he engaged with me anyway. If he truly disliked these conversations, he could keep it all professional. He chose to spend time with me. I assumed that, since he had no family, he was seeking out human contact unconsciously. Saying so would have bothered him considerably, though. It must be depressing to only feel at ease with me. Countless people lived on the ground. I wanted Ulrich to befriend more people, to broaden his circle of acquaintances. Apologies for meddling in your affairs, Ulrich. I was hoping that Spacey would eventually contribute to my plans for Ulrich as well. Sadly, they seem to be off to a bad start. If the first impression is bad, it can only improve. I need to be patient now. And it'd be really funny if it was his perspective, and they were kind of going down Ulrich's path, and he's like, I'll have her, and then we fall in love with Ulrich, and he's like, my plan blew up in my face. I'm just saying. I poured myself a glass of wine, chuckling in anticipation at the days to come. I heard something. Please. I heard someone's voice. My father? No, the voice was younger. Please wake up. Wake up? No, it's him. I'm like, he said no, come wake us up, but I wasn't. Good morning, my knight. Elcreed? Yes, it is I. Elcreed? Alas, I am not Elcreed. No, I mean, why are you here? Why do you ask that? We agreed last night that I'd wake you up today. Oh. Did you forget? I'm sorry. I'll be ready soon. There's no need to hurry. Shall I help you change into your new clothes? No, I'm fine. It won't take long. Would you please wait outside? I understand. I will await you. Wow, that startled me. So he said he would wake me up, and all I did was sleep. collected one of the outfits from the closet and tossed it onto the bed, then took off my night clothes. I donned my new uniform. I really don't feel comfortable in this. I had very short pants to wear under my skirt, so I wasn't afraid of it flipping up, but I'm not used to how short these pants are, so the breeze around my thighs isn't comfortable. I'm amazed that any woman enjoys wearing things like this. I plucked at the hem of my skirt, shifting it around. If I had been wearing pants, I wouldn't have had to worry about the wind at all. Grumbling isn't going to transform them. Elkreed is waiting. I have to go. I made my bed and folded up my nightwear. Then I took another look at my room. This is my room. I need to be careful with it. I went to Elkreed. This is it. Oh my god, she doesn't even have like high boots or stockings. It's literally like a miniskirt. I'm not sure how I should greet him. I'd already forgotten to wish him good morning when he woke me. Saying it now would be awkward. I'm assuming that's Ulrich. Good morning, Spacey. I heard a voice behind me, twitched and turned around. Oh no, it's him. Okay. I don't know why they do the question mark to show. So anyway, it was him. Good morning, Spacey. Here you go. Elkreed, why are you there? Hmm? There's something odd about being in my own mansion. No, I mean, I didn't expect you to be behind me. Oh, apologies. I went to retrieve this. Elkreed lifted the large bottle he held in both hands. What is... Carbonated water. Oh, you do know what carbonated water is. I'm sorry, I don't. Oh no, it's alright. I don't think you had spring water in the Heights. Elkreed smiled and walked toward the sofa. Carbonated water, well, it's a very stimulating drink. Stimulating, so it's poison. Oh no, not poison. Please try it. Elkreed snapped his fingers. Oh, a man whom I presumed to be a servant appeared with glasses. And he wasn't the only servant. There were 3 men in the kitchen preparing breakfast. Are they your servants? Of a sort, but only cooking. They're my chefs. Cooking. So you have other kinds of servants? Yes, I have cleaners and laundry staff. Small tasks. Well, I like to take care of errands myself. I only leave the complicated things to the servants. I see. You must be nobility if you can afford such a large household. Nobility? I like the ring of that word. No, I'm not nobility. There are no nobles in the depths, and there are different districts, yes, but they're all ruled by freedom and personal responsibility. You have no politicians? No, if anything, I'm the law here in Liberalitas? Well, I cannot say that word, it's fucking hard. Elkreed poured carbonated water into our glasses. It makes a strange fizzing noise, but it was as clear as ordinary water. Money moves the gears of society. Labor is required to generate money, and empty positions are required to allow labor. I create these empty positions. You do? Yes. That's my role as the representative of Liberalitas. Yeah, okay. Please, drink. Pressured to drink, I reached for the glass on the table. I see. You are Liberalitas. Or Liberalitas is... Okay, that's what she's gonna... Is something wrong? The carbonation. That's a problem, too. He talked about it so nonchalantly that I hadn't really reacted to it. You're the law here in Liberalitas? Yes, I suppose. I didn't mention that earlier. No, I'm sorry, but what does that mean? Well, this is not a nice expression, but Liberalitas is mine. If I order everyone to face right, they'll face right. I didn't expect him to be as powerful as he is. You can't judge people at first glance. Although his behavior was very refined, more aristocratic than even mine, his personality was eccentric and hard to grasp. I just feel like bad endings are going to go really bad in his route. If, like, you know, he's this powerful, it just doesn't bode well. How does he control them with that kind of personality? I was very curious. Don't look at me so passionately. It's embarrassing. The Heights still value the family ties and traditions from before the flood, and down here, it's all based on merit. Everything else was washed away. I inherited my father's position. wealth, luck, popularity. All of those played a role in gaining leadership over Liberalitas. As we spoke, an abundance of food was being placed on the table. There was bacon, eggs, potato salad, pancakes decorated with colorful berries, fresh oranges, and a very good black tea. There was also a basket with several kinds of freshly baked bread. All right, let's eat. Should I really eat with you? Oh, you don't want to eat with me? No, I am employed by you. Seems out of place to eat with my master. If I say it's fine, then it's fine. Now sit, please, my knight. All right, I accept the invitation. I hadn't expected to be eating as well. It confused me. There's so much. This is a feast. Oh, there's so much. This is a feast. I thought she was going to say there's so much that confuses me about this place. That's because that's what I was thinking. Must be going through her head, right? Really? I think it's fairly normal for breakfast. A little in morning, more at noon. Food which goes well with wine for dinner. Well, that's how I prefer to eat. Little in the morning. I thanked him for the food, reached for the bread basket, and picked a Danish covered in chocolate. Whoa. Do you like it? Yes, it's delicious. Good. And the day starts with breakfast. But one must eat properly. Is something wrong? No. It's just been a while since I had the chance to eat something so good. It moved me to silence. I'm sorry. I don't mind. I see. I feel honored that I can make you so happy. Oh, right. Elcrete, I apologize for what happened earlier. He spread his salad with a fork and inclined his head in question. It's about what happened in my room. You came to wake me and I didn't thank you. Oh, never mind. I did it because I wanted to. I was able to see your lovable face as you slept. As for things lovable, I do think that your new clothes look very good on you. They're wonderful. Hesitate. No. We're supposed to say I'm happy, I think. Yeah. I'm happy. I want pants. I feel a little embarrassed, but thank you. Oh no. I need to thank you for wearing the clothes an eruption of my imagination birthed. Eruption? That's a word for it. And the tailor created variations on the design, and I selected the prototype closest to my vision. One can surely call it an eruption of my imagination. It was an eruption of something, but I don't think it was his imagination that came up with the miniest mini fucking skirt ever. One can. You have a very distinctive way with words, Eltcreed. Yes, I'm often told that. I love how you're like, you're fucking weird, and he's like, thank you! Like, I love the weirdos. I really do. Never had a class as weirdo before. I'm digging this so much. It's curious. Speaking with you, you're more like an ordinary woman than I expected. What did you think I'd be like? The knights who populate the stories I love are extremely proud. I expected less deference from you. I'd prefer it if you didn't make further comparisons between me and fictional characters. I do not lack for pride. I have a lot of pride. My desire to live a life worthy of the Testella family, its name and ancestors, is very strong. I want to live a just life. That's both my deepest conviction and a source of my pride. I see. You're very honest. To the point of stupidity, perhaps. What? See, that's what I mean. You immediately show what you feel. I think that's nice. Sometimes I think I've lost the ability to tell what I personally feel. My leadership role has smothered that. I envy you. After our breakfast, we made preparations to leave. As Elcrete was checking his belongings, a man carrying cloth wrappings approached him. Elcrete thanked the man and handed the wrappings to me. And this is yours. Consider it a present. A present? But I can't accept. You already provided all I need. Any more would be unreasonable. Well, you'll soon see that you'd be the one to suffer without this. Suffer? He smiled. I took the wrappings from him. They were heavy. What is this? Duh, sword. I put the wrappings on the sofa and undid the cloth. Oh, my sword! Yes, well, technically it is a replica. I had it recreated based on my memory of it. Recreated? That hectic duel was enough to allow you this level of fidelity? Yes, it remained etched into my memories, so to say. I I also jotted down sketches at the earliest opportunity for the blacksmith to work with. Okay, he's a fucking genius. He's fucking weird and a little bit of a whore, but he is goddamn fucking brilliant if he was like, I was watching you and I remember what your sword looked like. What the actual fucking genius level Rain Man shit is this? Like, holy crap. I dig it. That kind of makes him hotter. Whoops. Amazing. It's very good. Wait. Did I just... Okay. No, I didn't realize that I didn't click. I scrolled. I accidentally scrolled and it was like, oh shit, I didn't mean to... Okay, so... I see. I'm sure the blacksmith would also be happy to hear your praise. Do you think it'll be usable? Yes, the grip is a little difficult, but nothing I won't get used to. Thank you, Elcreed. Giving a sword to a woman and being met with such gratitude has never happened to me before. I'm unsure how to react. Please protect me with that sword, my knight. Yes, I will protect you. I still can't get used to being called a knight. I mean, he's living in a fantasy world, but he's fucking crazy, right? I mean, this is why, so, like... Elcreed seemed to like calling me that. I decided to let him use that address. I'll need to make myself worthy of that title. And that's cute. I need to make myself worthy of being his knight. I will take care of you, my princess. Well then, you have the house in my absence. The servant he'd been speaking to bowed very deeply and left, closing the door. I wonder if that servant's only job is watching the house. I looked at Elcreed and pondered this question. You have many people working for you, Elcreed. Do you have a bodyguard? Did you have a bodyguard even before I arrived? Yes, I did. I've sent him to guard someone else now. Someone else? Yes, 2 bodyguards would be a little irritating. Bodyguards are like flowers. A woman is much easier on the eye than a man. I chose you over him. You made this choice because of gender? Usually it'd go the opposite way, so I appreciate your, willingness to trust in me. Also, he's like, hi, yeah, because I want to fuck you, so, like, I mean, it's not really 100% his reason is, yeah, a woman's better on the eyes. He's like, no, because I want to fuck you, and I don't want to fuck him. I mean, like, duh, but I'm not gonna propose it, because, I mean, I think Elcreed and I want the same things here. She's not quite on board yet, but we'll get her there. I see nothing wrong with that. Are you unhappy? I'm not unhappy, but, well, I suppose we all have our reasons. He was my employer. Finding fault with his decisions wasn't going to help me. Once more, I told myself to be open and flexible. Then I shook my head. No, I suppose that thinking is also viable. Well, what's our itinerary now? Since you aren't familiar with the district yet, what good would telling you do? That's a fair point, but I'd very much prefer to know. For that, you'll have to tell me. You're right. We're going to my workplace. He set off walking. Elcreed led me towards what he claimed was his workplace. We only actually have a couple more choices before we're actually in his path, so... Elcreed led me towards what he claimed was his workplace. I think I read that. He said he's a banker, so he must be heading to a bank. I followed his large frame and contemplated my situation. Is something wrong? I'm sorry, I seem to be mentally deserting my post on the very first day. I quickened my pace so I could walk next to him. A guard should not walk behind their charge. Apologies. I doubt there'll be any assassins so early in the morning. It's a mistake to stop being on alert, but rest easy. I will protect you. I see. Thank you, my knight. Elcreed smiled and looked at the sky. He seemed satisfied. Well, the wind today is pleasant, but the sky's color is dreadful. What color is the sky in the heights? Is it also this gray? No, it's blue, bright and clear, like a sapphire in the light. On a clear day, it's very beautiful. I see. That sounds wonderful. I'd like to see it one day. That's a little sad, in a way. To me, skies were blue. Till I came to the depth, that had been normal to me. The renewed reminder that what I considered to be ordinary wasn't ordinary for everyone was a shock all over again. Well, yeah, because, I mean, sky's blue. Sometimes it's gray and, like, whatever, but, I mean, it changed depending on how many clouds, but, like, the fact that it's always blue and wonderful and there's nary a cloud in the sky. Like, does it never rain there? And then here it's always gray. That's fucking weird. Anyway. Oh my god. Is this his office? He sits here and just stares at everyone below him. No privacy, but holy fucking shit. What an odd office this is. We had arrived at the bank, Elkreed and I going directly to his office. I like it. I can see the faces of my clients from here, but they can barely see me. The view is nice in general. Feels like I truly rule. Rule, huh? You display more ambition than I thought. Oh, I'm very ambitious. One must be ambitious to come into power, don't you think? Overextend and you'll fail, but fail to evolve and you'll die out as well. Stagnation is beginning of the fall. Elkreed went into the drawer in the cupboard, retrieving items from each to place on his desk. Paperwork, writing implements, and a gun? Yes, some situations require it. He paused in the middle of loading it and looked at me. Oh, this doesn't mean that I doubt your ability to guard me. You are my one and only guard. Then why the gun? Let us pray it need not be used. He holstered the gun and began placing the other objects into a bag. Are you going somewhere? Yes. Today I must make the rounds, you see. Let's go. So normally he'd be working in so I just stand here at the bank? Can I at least bring a book? I don't know. We spent less than an hour inside the bank. Is that really enough if he's the boss? He spent, he went in at all. Since my position had nothing to do with his work, I had no right to question his decision. My role is to protect him. I ran my hand over the hilt of my sword and looked around. Walking here seems... Aren't there horses or means of transportation of that kind? Horses. Yes, walking through these crowds seems risky. I suppose so. I can't really recommend a carriage, though, even if it would be faster and safer. As some people would make way, but many wouldn't. I see. That must be why there isn't anyone on horseback. But it's a surprise to hear that you have carriages in the depths. Of course we do. Liberalitas might be small, but the depths are very big. Not having carriages would be highly inconvenient. Then again, I do think it's problematic to rely on horses too much. What do you mean? Horses require a lot of care. It'd be preferable if we could... Oh my god. He's literally a motherfucking genius. It'd be preferable if we could soon invent a wholly mechanized means of transport, but so far, nothing's left the drawing boards. Invent? Are you an inventor too, Elkreed? Oh no, I'm only the investor, but I know many inventors. They're the real power. He's a fucking genius. He's like, someone needs to invent this, and as soon as that person rolls up to me, as soon as fucking Tom Ford rolls up to me and is like, I've got this, bitch, here you go, here's the money, do it! I invented a unicycle, go for it! He's just... This is why he's got money. He's not... he may be a wackadoodle and a little bit of a whore, but he's pretty fucking smart, so... Eccentric, but smart and sexy. I want a smart, sexy, eccentric man. A smart, sexy, eccentric, wealthy man would be... Just goddamn, that's your cake eating it too, and all... And your fucking cookies and cake on... Your cookies and cake, yeah. That's having your cake, eating it too, and have your cookies and ice cream on the side. Jesus. Consider the lift that connects the heights and the depths. Nobody works to move it, and yet it transports you in an instant. Isn't it wonderful? It was convenient, but do you really think we can move like that down here? Yes, of course. Never assume something is impossible. That only stymies progress. I'm sure that honing your abilities with your sword took many days and nights as well, my knight. Effort spent bears fruit. Ultimately, that's just a lot of pretty words on my part, though. Others are responsible for the true hard work. Elkreed ran his hands through his hair and smiled. He might be right. When I had started training, I hadn't even been able to properly lift the sword. I'd often cried over my lack of progress. Effort spent bears fruit, huh? I don't understand machines very well, but if you say it's possible, then I feel like it might be. Yes, a breakthrough is surely imminent. I'll let you have a spot on the maiden trip. Are you sure? Of course. You are my bodyguard. You must accompany me. So it's like they don't even have trains yet, either. So there you go. Trains come first before cars. Well, that sounds fun. I nodded, looking around. The more I look at this place, the stranger it is. There are even more people around than there were yesterday. The streets were much more lively than in the sanctuary district. If I were forced to choose, I'd have to say that they bustled even more than the streets of the heights. And honestly, it's funny because even though the sky is gray down here and everything like that, and like, oh, everybody wants to live in the heights, it's almost like the life down here is probably better. Like, she's like, he's like, you don't have carbonated water? No. You don't have the internet? No. What the fuck? We use swords and we walk, and surprised they have horses. And like, and everyone down here is like, they got their car. It's like 2020 down here, and it's like 1820 up there. Like, come down here. What is this interwebs you speak of? Oh my fucking god, where are you living? In the heights. Oh. I get it. You think you're better than us, but you're like 200 years in the past, bitch. Like, oh my god. Seeing all this is normal for me, but it seems like you're rather overwhelmed with awe. Yes. What's that pole there on that building? Pole? Yes, on that building, and on that one too. Why do those poles strut out from the buildings? Oh, those are pipes we use to eject steam. Steam? Yes, we produce steam to generate electricity. And the steam is ejected through those pipes you see everywhere in the city. Except for the fact that this is a steampunk city, and I fucking love it, because I love fucking steampunk, so I'm pretty fucking big ears everywhere. This is why I loved Code Realize. It's like steampunk central, and I love it, and I love this, because it's like pretty much steam prison, obviously. It's like steampunk shit, so. It's more the background, but it's still fucking love it. Our leadership might change every once in a while, but these streets look the same as they did before I was born. I was raised with electricity, so I take it for granted. I don't know who installed them or how it works precisely. There are many things to look at. I almost feel dizzy. You know, it's funny if she's like, electricity? And he's like, yeah, you didn't realize when you flip that switch and the light comes on? She's like, who lights your lanterns? And he's like, oh, for fuck's sake. I mean, they have to have electricity in the heights because there's no way that elevator would run otherwise. If you swoon, I'll catch you. Have no fear. And not everything is different from what you know. Look there. Their electricity is just powered differently, you know? I looked at the bookstore Elkreed was pointing at. The walls had pictures of Saint Eunuch carrying flowers. Saint Eunuch? Yes, the legends of Saint Eunuch the Immortal are famous here as well. We also venerate him as a holy being, just as you do in the Heights. And yet, he doesn't give a shit about you. A holy being, even though he lives in the Heights? He lives in the Heights now, but he was born in the depths. Oh, interesting. Wait a minute. Pause for a second. Ulrich and Yune are siblings, aren't they? Like, Ulrich's got, like, seafoamy hair. And he looks like and I was like, he looks kind of like the lolly. He's the young boy, just like Yune is. But, like, Yune's also got, like, the greenish colored hair. And, the hairstyles, I'm just calling it now. Maybe that's why Ulrich hates the Heights so much, because maybe Yune's his fucking brother. And they took him away. Just saying. Or, I mean, but then it's like he's immortal, so it's kind of like somehow related to him. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We venerate him for those roots. It's a very self-serving interpretation, to be sure. You see, my mother was more devout than I am, but since I do pray to him as well sometimes, that makes me happy. This complex culture that's developed in the depths is so surprising to me. Everyone who comes from the Heights feels that way, and they believe that since the flood washed away everything, we must be living like animals. Animals? No. I'm sure quite many believe exactly that. It's alright. It must be natural for those in the Heights. But not everything was lost in the deluge. My family had a prosperous bank before the flood, and stored its wealth in vast underground vaults. Precious metals, money, useful materials, and also the people we allowed into our vaults. We protected everything. Much was washed away then, but many remained to build on the ruins. The depths rose again. So obviously, it wasn't that long. It wasn't like centuries ago. I mean, maybe, but it was like long enough ago that you remember. Like, people, the history remembers, not like, well, there was a great flood hundreds of thousands of years ago. Or like, well, the meteor or the dinosaur. You know what I mean? Like, it was like more recent, I suppose. A couple hundred years ago, maybe. A couple generations. Like, so maybe nobody alive right now remembers it, but like, your grandma might be around, and maybe her great-grandma would have remembered it. You know what I mean? But with curiosity, ingenuity, and optimism, we built our city, and here we are. I still can't forget what someone I know from the Heights called this city. Ramshackle. Ramshackle? Apparently, the city in the Heights is more orderly and beautiful. Not that I can do anything but imagine it, being born in the depths. Things may look a little chaotic, but this is here and that's there. This city has its own appeal, I feel. Its own appeal. Honestly, like, ramshackle. Yeah, no, okay, the Heights is like, oh, the beautiful, white, crystallized city. But this place is pretty fucking cool. You gotta like the steampunk aesthetic, though, I guess. So, whatever. Yes, I won't expect you to love it all at all eventually. Oh, wait. I won't expect you to love it all eventually. But it would make me happy if you find something that you like. I mean, I like you, and I dig the steampunk aesthetic, so... I mean, Elcreed, you do not have to convince me. Buddy, I'm here, I'm happy, we gonna get a happy ending. Fuck, your happy ending better not be depressing. I cannot handle another angsty fuck... This game starts out so happy. Aside from us murdering our parents getting thrown down here. I mean, like, aside from that. But everything is so upbeat and everything, and, like, if we get, like, a miserable fucking ending... all my friends are dead kind of shit, I'm gonna, like, literally lose my fucking brain. Like, I'm not gonna be able to handle it. Like, I don't know. What you doing, Burb? He's playing on a swing. And there's a fair chance that you'll spend your whole life here. It'd be nice if you could enjoy it. My whole life. Yes. Do you want to return to the Sanctuary District? Oh, no. Not the Sanctuary District. I'd like to return to the Heights if possible. The Heights... Yes, I want to find whoever killed my parents and clear my family name. I see. And then you may leave us here one day. Yes, I'm sorry. But we don't know when that'll be. It might not even be possible. There's a fair chance that I'll spend my life here, as you said. So, I'd like to stop being shocked by everything and to accept it instead. To one day love all of this. Yes, that would be nice. It'd be nice if you could love me as well one day. A lord and their knight is ideally a permanent relationship. Yes, I will try. I don't think you get what he means! If you could love me one day. You know, she's like, yeah, I'll try it. He's like... Elcreed sure jumps around in conversations. He jumps seamlessly out of a serious conversation into a jest. That is, if it was a jest. No. My impression of him was that of a smart but inscrutable man. I love him so much. I don't know how we're going to go into other routes, because I fucking adore him. Uh-huh. Elcreed suddenly stopped walking, cutting off the pleasant conversation we'd been having. Is something the matter? Well, this way. Feeling confused, I followed Elcreed as he walked from the center of the road towards the edge. Are there assassins about that I didn't notice? Resolving to be on alert, I checked whether I could easily draw my sword from its scabbard. Miss Spacey, are you good at playing tag? I see. The target is... What? Playing tag. It's a game. You chase someone who's running away and try to restrain them. Did that game always involve restraining? With a wry smile, I told him yes, I knew it. Ha! Very good. Do you see that group gathered over there? I like to talk to the man with the unshaven face. I believe he'll try to run away when he sees me. I'd like you to catch him if he does. I need him alive. I will, however, tolerate the loss of his arm. Please. Well, this got very serious quickly. I love the fact that he's like, I need to talk to him and he's going to run away. And if you have to break his kneecaps, that's fine. I mean, let's be real. He's nice and kind to a fault. To a point. No, I'll help you out. I'll loan you money. Like, this is his territory. It's his property, basically. Blah, blah, blah. But if you cross him, you're gonna lose a knee. Okay? He's gonna chop your kneecap off. Like, He gonna break your kneecaps. He's gonna do some shit. So, like, he looks all nice and, you don't fuck with him. Because if he let people fuck with him, that's the fastest way of, like, having everybody walk all over you and somebody else taking over. You've got to be a little fucking evil. But I just love the fact that he's like, haha, you're gonna play tag, so if you break his legs, I'm fine. He was still smiling and seemed no more violent than before, but there was a new sharpness to his voice and gaze. I love it. Catching the man is hardly part of my duties, but I'm certainly capable of it. I had been trained in pursuing suspects when I'd been a police officer. I was still just as fit as then. I could do it. I'll do my best. Thank you very much. But wouldn't it be easier to restrain him before he sees you, Elcreed? It would be more efficient, yes. But it's important that he makes an attempt to flee from me. Please. I see. Very well. I don't see, but she's like, I see you like to play with your food. Okay. Elcreed nodded and disappeared into the crowd. I kept just enough distance from him that I could intervene if necessary as we approached the target. He's like, it's important that he flees from me. Why? Because otherwise we grab him and we don't have any, like, you ran from me. You ran from me, Tim. The fuck? Good morning. I'm sorry to disturb your chat. What? It's you! Elcreed Valentine, head of an impoverished bank. I'd like you to return your loan. I would have liked to talk to you, but you seem unwilling to repay your debt. Spacey, if you would. Chop off the man's leg. No. Ah! Hey! Just as Elcreed had predicted, the man bolted. His flight caused chaos and confusion among the other pedestrians. I have to be careful not to get stuck in the crowd. The man was neither fit nor cunning in his escape attempt. Maybe I should just let him tire himself out. You're just like, he's like trying to run and you're just walking briskly. I ran after him, keeping just enough distance that he wouldn't notice me. Out of the way! I'm in a hurry! What's your problem? He's gonna kill me! He's gonna kill me! He's shoving a lot of people out of his way. What a rude man. Hoping that there wouldn't be any severe injuries, I continued to follow him. When he turned off the main road and into a side street, his speed slowed dramatically. I can't run anymore. The man was so exhausted he fell on his behind. How pitiful. You there? Who are you? Should I give him my name? As a police officer, it may have been my duty to identify myself. Now I was merely a personal bodyguard. Identifying myself could lead to nothing but trouble. I don't need to identify myself to you. I'll restrain you now. What the hell's wrong with you? Perhaps we need to phrase this in a way you understand. Elcreed arrived, moving as elegantly as ever. He seems so different now. I'm sorry, but like, okay, I know he's probably going to break this guy's kneecaps, and that's like some dangerous shit, but like, it does make him a little sexier. You're like, he's kind of dangerous. So he's like, okay, so he's sexy. He got the glasses. He's a little slutty. He's kind of fucking crazy, but he's smart, cunning, and dangerous. I mean, what more could you possibly fucking ask for? Except for please fucking slam me up against a wall at some point. All I'm saying, that's the only thing I need for you to be like, you're just beyond the trifecta of fucking everything. Jesus Christ, you just keep getting better. I don't know. It could just be me. Because, again, I knew right off the bat, I don't even care. I knew visually he's the character that I was going to fall for immediately. There's always one. There's always that character. You're like, that one. Eyeballed you. That was you. So everything you say and do is impressive to me. But, look, I've been disappointed before in routes where I'm like, I love this character. Oh, your route wasn't as... Oh, I was expecting better. But Elcreed is really just... He's thrown me for a loop because he's not our typical glasses character, and I kind of fucking dig the switcheroo they gave me here. I don't mind it at all. So, he seems so different now. He was genial as ever, but his eyes were icy cold. Yeah, he's dangerous, and I love it. Oh, he's about to get like the stabby kind of crazy. Not directed at us, but you see, I trusted you, and yet you betrayed me. You trampled on my goodwill. I tried to talk to you about it, but You rejected that. Oh, what a horrible man you are. Elcree drew a knife, leaning down towards the man. Spacey, don't get involved. Oh my god. I'm stubborn, and I have an excellent memory. Even if you forget, I remember all the ills done to me. Forever. She's all shocked, and I'm like, my god, you're so much hotter now. What the fuck? Something is wrong with me, but I played a lot of these games, so what do we expect? Out of the goodness of my heart, I have a suggestion for you. Let me cut off your finger. A finger? What? A finger's used every day, and visible all the time. Every time you look at the stump, you'll be reminded of the promise you made to me. Doesn't that sound good? The right hand or the left hand? Thumb? Index finger? Middle finger? Ring finger? Little finger? So many choices. Do you have any preference? Don't cut off my finger! You'll get the money! You'll get it! How? I have a big deal coming up where, it's a bit like gambling, but if it works, I'll have tons of money to repay you. Gambling, huh? You don't accept? No, it's... investments are a little like gambling, too. You shall have my trust for now. Thank you. Oh! And if your big deals fall through, you'll pay with more than just your finger. Get lost. Oh my god. And she's over there like, how dare you? And I'm like, take me now? So that marriage proposal, is that still on the table? Oh, I'll still be your wife and just chase after motherfuckers and break their kneecaps for you. Like, I won't kill him, but I'll chase him down for you to threaten him like that. Because, I'm just saying. Just don't ever threaten to cut off my fingers, please. The man hauled himself up and fled back into the crowds of the main street. I mean, again, you want to be like, oh my god, he has to be ruthless. He owns this shit. This is his territory. It's not just like, oh, I'm just a rich banker and like whatever. He's in charge of keeping everyone here safe, taking care of them, basically, if he's basically owns this area. It's his district. He runs it, right? So if you're going to borrow money from him, you got to pay it back. Otherwise, like, normally now banks, they do with it, well, we're just going to repo your fucking car and shit, right? I'm just going to repo your fucking finger. You can't fuck with the person who, like, technically owns you. It's really fucking weird. Well, you don't think the federal government would chop off your fucking... They chop off your finger! They do all sorts of throw your ass in jail. We're just not throwing his ass in jail. He's just going the hardcore route of chopping off a finger. But, I mean, look, when you live in a steampunk world, man, you gotta get a little bit... you don't just throw people in jail. It's tax evasion. You know, it's plain and simple. So we just chop off a finger. What else? Different rules. Elcree snorted in derision as his departing form and sheathed the knife. Elcree... Was it right to let him go? Don't stop at a finger. Don't stop at a finger is negative. Interesting. Oh, that's right. Because Elcree wants you to act like a knight, and a knight wouldn't be like, don't stop at a finger. So I would never be able to get this man's heart. Yeah, so his whims. Okay, so he likes it when you go along with his whims and otherwise behave like the fairy tale knight he imagines you to be, basically. So for us, a knight would be like, wouldn't say nicely done or doesn't, was like, was it right? I mean, was it right to let him go? I don't think it's either right either, but don't stop at a finger is a little too harsh. It would be like, are you sure you should have, like, could you simmer the fuck down a little? Is that noble? You know what I mean? Was it right to let him go? Yes. Cutting off his finger is meaningless. Meaningless. You disagree? What good is the finger of a dirty middle-aged merchant going to do? Cutting it off would mean he'd seemed like a bad investment to his business partners. His deals would be certain to fall through. No matter how you think about it, it doesn't help. I'm only threatening. No, encouraging him. Encouraging him to be successful in business. Wow. Again. He's so fucking smart, it's sexy. Because he's like, no, I'm not going to just chop off his finger, but if I threaten to chop off his finger, he's going to try harder and I'm going to get my fucking money. And I don't actually have to chop off his finger, I just gotta threaten. So you're full of empty threats, but those threats are kind of sexy, let's be real. Awesome. Now you cunning little son of a bitch. I just love him even more. He could have broken that guy's kneecaps, and I would have been like, yep, nope, still love him. I don't know. I see. I wonder, though, why does the head of the bank do debt collection? And the reason for that is very complex. Very complex. He gave me a grave look, which I found puzzling. What? Was that a question I shouldn't have asked? I don't mind. Listen, then. No. You must listen. In the old days, I used to work at the bank from dawn till dusk. And then after I returned home, I made pasta at home. Pasta? Yes. Well, not all the way from the wheat. Sometimes I boiled them and sometimes I fried them in oil. I like that very much. Anyway, my days of desk work and pasta went on blissfully. But then... He's being dramatic. I became extremely fat. Excuse me? I was about 10 kilograms overweight. It shocked me. So I decided to work out and do the debt collections as well. I love that. And then I became fat. What? I love how it was so dramatic. So I used to eat pasta, and I'd work all day, and then I'd eat pasta. And then I became fat. So, like, I just don't like it. That took a turn, and that was fucking amazing. Can that really be called a complex reason? I think so. It's extremely complex. Between my height and my developing width, I feared I'd start resembling a jolly giant from a picture book. If I was that lovable, I'd be harder to protect, right? And there you have it. Now I do physical work outside as well. A fine decision, don't you think? I think he also likes threatening people, because I just think he might like it a little bit. Did you really tell me the right reason? I leave it up to you to decide that, my knight. Creed smiled and took out a watch from the pocket of his coat. Oh my god, and he's got a pocket watch. Pocket watches are sexy, huh? It's already past noon. Shall we eat lunch? I know a nice place near here. Let me show you. Okay. Leaving it to me to decide, huh? He was my employer. I had to trust my employer, but the story was difficult to believe. Since it's Elkreed we're talking about, it might have been a joke? It was going to take more time before I understood this man. This is the perfect place to end it. I love him so goddamn motherfucking much. I'm going to enjoy every moment of his route except for the angsty bits that we're probably going to get because there's probably going to be bad endings. Because there's a lot of endings. There's like at least 4. So 4 or 5 in each one? I don't know. There's a bunch. So... And I'm not sure. Maybe none of the endings are good. I don't know, but... Hopefully there's some nice happy endings. I would assume there's got to be at least one happy ending. And then a fuck ton of bad endings. But anyway. So, anyway. We'll wrap this up here and we'll continue. In the common bodyguard route, we still have a couple more choices before we actually hit Elkreed's route. But I'm pretty sure we've gotten enough points that we're definitely getting his. So it's not like it's questionable. But anyway. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up. And subscribe to see more.